Hello and welcome to this widget walkthrough video for the chat poll for Twitch and YouTube with StreamElements. So as you can see, nothing is showing, and that is because we have not started a poll yet, and this is what you'll see when you first import the overlay. So before going through all the settings, I'll give you a demo of how to run a poll through the chat. And I'll use the default chat commands, but all these commands are customizable if you want to use something else. So let's head over to OBS. So first we'll start a poll with the command start poll and follow that with the question you want. Now we have our question showing, and it's time to add options. So I'll use the command add and add the options I want to display. And you can see them appear now. I will vote once just for myself. There is an option to enable limitless voting, but it's off by default, so I only have one vote. I'll vote for option 1. You can either do this by entering the number of the option, which displays next to the text. There's an option to hide that, so it may not be visible for your viewers if you turn it off. So you can enter that option number, which is the fastest, or you can enter the actual text itself. Either one works. I'll enter 1. And you can see that vote appear. And I'll go ahead and end the poll with the command end poll. And eventually this will fade out depending on how many seconds in your option you have chosen to let it stay on the screen when you end the poll. There it goes. Okay, let's go back over to StreamElements and talk about all the options you have available. So to access all of the options, you'll go to the Settings tab on the left here, and you can see the options broken out into these 2 sections. So under Commands and Setup, like I mentioned, here are all the chat commands to operate the poll. You can customize them as you want. You can set an option limit, so this could be useful if you have mods adding events and you want to limit them. So it's 5 by default. Here is the option that I mentioned where you set the number of seconds for the poll to stay on the screen after ending until it fades out. Who can manage the poll? It can either be just the streamer or the streamer and the mods. And then who can sub? Everybody or subscribers, and that's for Twitch. How scores should be displayed, so you can either show them live and the bar will change around like how I showed you in the demo, or you can just show them when the poll is closed, so the bars will appear empty until you end the poll. And you can have it limited to only the first vote a user enters. Next section is all the styling options, and I went ahead and started that same poll from earlier so that you can see it as we go through all these options. So the text font size, that will increase the size of all the text in the poll. The text alignment of the question and instructions, so it's currently centered, but you can also set it to the left if you prefer that. The instructions for how to vote are displayed below the questions, but if your viewers are super familiar, you can just hide that if you don't want it to show. This checkbox below it shows the option number to the left of the option text you entered, and that helps for easy voting. They stay in the same order, so if you hide it, viewers will still know this is option 1, this is option 2, if they're familiar with how it works, but it is easy to see which is which with the option showing. And then you can either show the labels overlapping the bar like they're currently doing. It gives you a little bit more space. Or you can put them above the bar and they'll show here. And then you have all your color options, so the title font, the labels fonts, what's in the or above the progress bars, the box background start color and end color. There are two colors for the background because it creates this gradient effect. If you want it to be just a solid color, set them both to the same color. Then the title background color, which is this, currently it's a transparent white, so it's a bit faint, but it's what's behind this question text. And then the border color around the bars, and the start color of the bar and the end color of the bar. Same thing applies here. If you want the bar to be a solid color, just set them equal to the same color. And if you want to change the dimensions of the widget, just drag this blue border box around the widget and the width will automatically snap to the new width. It will prompt a reload, which is why it disappeared, but let me make a new one real quick so it will magically appear in the new dimensions. And there you go. Now you can see it's much wider. Those are all the options for this chat poll widget. I hope you like it and happy streaming.